I'm Tracy with MeatRx. I'm here today with Priscilla. She's going to tell us about her success story on the carnivore diet. Hi, Priscilla.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for coming. I'm so happy to hear about your success story, and I know there'll be so many others that'll be interested to hear what all happened with you. Can you begin by telling us what your health conditions were like and what you ate before going carnivore?
So before carnivore, I was keto for a period of time. In September of 2018, I adopted the ketogenic lifestyle, and I was 208 pounds. I'm 5'4", so that's extremely overweight. I had a lot of skin issues like eczema, and no energy at all. And I had the worst joint pain. And at the time I was only 20. So having that amount of joint pain is ridiculous. And even going keto, I lost a significant amount of weight. I went from 208 to 127 from May of 2018 to December of 2018. But yeah, I lost all the weight, but carnivore gave me a step up once I adopted that lifestyle in August or the beginning of August, end of July in 2019. I got better body composition. I gained more strength. My eczema completely went away. I don't have any of these white patches on my body anymore. And I just don't suffer with depression, anxiety like I used to. And I didn't realize how bad it was until I started feeling so good.
Wow, that's a lot of healing. So
Yeah.
did you begin noticing the healing in the first week, the first month? Did it take 3 months?
Well, interesting enough, when I started the diet, I was 6 months pregnant with my daughter. So I just had a lot of aversions. Every time I ate any vegetables or fruit, I got really sick. So I just figured, well, maybe there's other crazy people out here that are carnivore while they're pregnant. And I, sure enough, went on Facebook, typed in carnivore pregnancy, and there was a group. So I figured, well, this is fine. And I had a lot of energy, and I forgot to mention, I had extreme bad varicose veins, especially when I was pregnant. And the second I took out all the vegetables and the fiber, the things that I thought were good for me, the inflammation in my legs got a lot better. And I was only getting more pregnant. So that was interesting to me.
Wow, that is interesting.
Yeah.
But you look great. You have really improved, I can tell. So how long have you been carnivore?
So I would say 13 months now.
13 months. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yes.
So you came to the carnivore diet during your pregnancy, and how did you find out about it?
Like I said, I just decided to Google or Facebook search carnivore and pregnancy, and yep, there was a group, and I already was a part of a Facebook group. It says keto carnivore for beginners. So I heard of carnivore, but I was just so bent out of shape. When I heard about carnivore, I was like, no, you need fiber. You need all of this stuff. Little did I know that, no, you don't. And that's actually what's contributing to the inflammation in my legs, my joint pain, my anxiety. And I had no idea until I just took it all out.
Yeah. So what does a typical day of eating look like for you?
So for me, typically I fast all the way up until 2 to 5 p.m. And then I have one large meal Monday through Friday. That's my norm. I'm just so busy. And that will look like a pound and a half of New York strip. And after a couple days of eating leaner meats, I swap that for a ribeye and fattier cuts of meat. I implement organ meats. And then that's kind of the norm for me, a pound and a half to 2 pounds of meat, and then organ meats. And I do have black coffee, but Saturdays and Sundays, the diet's all about sustainability and what you enjoy. I don't react to putting ghee in my coffee. So that's my weekend treat. I have a bulletproof coffee.
Oh, okay. So you don't include dairy through your week at all, or?
I don't. I'll cook in butter or mostly ghee. I find that I feel better limiting the dairy 0 to none, just my joint pain. I think that's a significant thing that lets me know that something's not working out for me is the second that I start getting arthritic symptoms.
Oh, okay. So you lost a bunch of weight and you healed eczema, because that's something that's really sticks around with people many times. but it got all better
It
completely.
got completely better. And throughout the past 13 months of my journey, I want to say I was strict carnivore for 6 months, and then I tried adding in berries. I tried having keto treats here and there, but my joints and then that eczema would always come back, and it's not flattering. I'm a person of very deep skin tone, so having these white patches on my body, I mean, it didn't look great. It didn't make me feel good either emotionally.
Right. Oh, wow.
Hmm.
So it is a perfect elimination diet to where you can find out what you're sensitive to. And I guess the berries didn't work out well.
No, or dark chocolate, things like that don't work out well for me. I found that I could if I wanted to, I could do things like cauliflower, but I that's just a hassle when I could just have meat.
Right. So is that one of the things that you just love about carnivore, that it's simple, easy to implement?
Yeah, and it's just fast. I mean, I can grab a frozen steak from my freezer. I purchase meat from my local farmer, so I get about half of a cow at a time. I grab the frozen meat, throw it in the air fryer, and that's mom's best friend.
Uh,
Dinner served, and it's nutrient-rich foods for me and my family.
yeah, that sounds awesome. So have you influenced other people up with the carnivore diet?
Um, I wouldn't say I influence many people to stick to it, but definitely to try it. Yeah, they go through spurts of doing it themselves, and then they'll go back to their way of eating, but then they're all like, you just started doing so good, I'm going to go back to that carnivore diet. And I do implement the diet with my daughter. She has a sensory disorder, so I found that keeping her in ketosis and nourishing her body with animal foods, it helps her symptoms completely. You wouldn't even tell the difference.
Wow. So did the pregnancy go well then with the carnivore? It went really well?
Yeah, it went fantastic. I kid you not, the next day I was up and walking around, and I went for a long walk. I was released from the hospital 24 hours later. I went for a long walk. Fastest recovery ever versus my first pregnancy. It was terrible. So
Oh,
it was night and day, the differences.
wow. So what kind of diet were you on the first pregnancy?
I definitely the standard American diet for sure, but I thought I was making healthier choices, like going to Subway or eating apples and peanut butter. Little did I know my peanut butter had things like soybean oil in it. And I would still drink things like strawberry lemonade that's jam packed of sugar. And so my diet was nowhere near healthy.
Oh, okay. I understand. I had the same kind of situation before.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you'd like to share with someone that is interested in the carnivore diet, but they're hesitant?
I think the biggest trouble that people try to get over is social settings and then just getting started. My biggest advice to that is no one really cares what you eat. So just eat meat and feel good and just try it. Like you can't knock it until you try it. And I can guarantee that that little back pain that you're feeling, the headaches that you feel all the time, the low energy, maybe even low level anxiety, you'll be surprised if you just try it for 30 days, how all of that might be alleviated just by switching the way that you eat because you're nourishing it so it can function properly.
Yes, I agree. It's the most nutrient dense food, and it's amazing how quickly people can heal. And I know that you have great healing. You've had, so the weight, did that take a long time to take off?
Okay, so like I said, I lost the majority of my weight with keto. And then when I went carnivore and I gave birth, I weighed 143 pounds. Well, 7 weeks later, I was 119 pounds. And a lot of a lot of mothers that are postpartum, they have a hard time losing the weight. I didn't have that problem. It was the easiest weight loss, and I was even smaller than when I got pregnant. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that for sure.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Priscilla, for coming and sharing your story. I know it'll help many people. Skin issues and varicose veins, weight loss. There's a lot of people that really need to hear.
Yeah, definitely. I hope it does impact someone.
So we'll see you around the carnivore community.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.